What was your thoughts when I was ready to leave you for a girl trip?
Mm, maybe she ain't the one.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the 50/50 House Show. I am your host, Just a Girl, and I'm here with my lovely husband once again. Make sure that y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and let's get right on into it. Honey, good morning. How are you feeling?
I'm great, but you don't have to say good morning.
I could say good morning.
And then people know it's morning time.
Well, that's because it's morning time. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you are. Okay.
We
Can't
better.
even say can't even say good
I
morning
love
to
you
my
back.
y'all don't know the inside joke. But okay, so we are going to have a very this is a conversation that is like it's like a make or break in relationships. And this is in regards to girls trips. And we know that the girls love girls trips. Um that is like the girls love a girls trip. And that's okay, right? I'm not saying there's anything particularly wrong with doing a girls trip, but we have seen a countless number of story times. Unfortunately, people have not made it home, which is a sad situation from girls trip. So we know that there is a positive side to girls trip, but then there's also a dark side, and I think that that is where some of the breakdown comes from when it comes to men and women having a difference of opinion about girls trips in particular. And I will say, for me, we had a very big breakdown in our marriage a few years ago regarding this topic in particular. Of just not, for me, not understanding what was the big deal, not just, again, I just didn't see it as a big deal. I didn't understand why it was a big deal at all, and I was ready to risk it all for a girls trip. So, what are your thoughts, honey, in regards to
um, I think girl trips are cool or whatever for single girls if that's what they want to do. Ain't nothing wrong with having fun with your friends. But I think for women that are in relationships, especially marriages, you more on a couples trip side of things now. I think that girls trips when you going with single girls and you're a married girl or a girl that's in a relationship and the other girl's not in a relationship, y'all have different agendas. I would just say that's the best way I could put it. And
but who's to
I
say that? Like, that's the assumption that there's an
um,
agenda. Because when you're married, like that,
well,
you're right, you're committed, but that doesn't mean that you're not drinking, you're not smoking, you're not partying. Like, that doesn't say agenda has to be getting
yeah,
some.
but again, what level is you drinking and smoking on, like out by yourself? If you in a relationship or married, even if you do drink or smoke,
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
that's your thing, right?
Hmm.
What level is you drinking or smoking on out by yourself?
I mean,
Where
let's
you
let's
where you think that your guy gonna be comfortable with it?
no, I understand it, and I hear you, and I agree. But I think we know that being married, in the dynamics of some people's marriage, does not change how they live their life, right?
Sound
How
good?
the person is out in the world, right? So
Mhm.
we know that women are multidimensional. Okay, women are multidimensional nowadays. So you can be a wife, you can be a mother, you can be a hookah girl, you can be a bottle girl, you could do all the things. So I understand and hear
Yeah,
you that
listen, you can do all that stuff if you're single. Don't
no,
leave out that caveat.
but what I'm saying is we know that you're doing all that and you can be married too today. So that's why we have this breakdown that
I
there are
mean,
married women who are, and I'm not saying you're
I would
about a girl,
salute those guys. That's what I would say. I would salute those guys for, you know,
because it's just it's
choosing to deal with that. If
I,
they're cool with it, all I could do is take my head off to them. I don't understand it.
and the reason I'm just rebuttaling is because I once felt the same way, that you would think The married women are probably doing, but I've now saw the different side of how a lot of these married women talk and how they move, that it's like you can't tell the difference between a married woman and a single woman today. So that's why I'm saying that the agenda can be, and I'm not saying this has to do with
Well,
cheating.
when I say the agenda, I'm just saying like I'm free. Like I'm coming out here to. It's kind of whatever. You
Okay.
dig me? It,
Okay.
even it could be even down to the point. Hey, we get into something. We meet some people. We going to the next town over. Like whatever.
Mhm.
Like we about to ride out. Like so now you forced to ride out with that, or you stay by yourself. It
Mhm.
could be something that simple. You dig me? Y'all don't. You're not on the same page.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me share this video that is going viral on TikTok regarding a married woman just sharing her feelings about girls trips, which is seeing like she's a pretty newly married
Uh-oh.
wife and mother. Mhm.
Someone who's married, I don't think I would ever go on a girls' trip. And if I do, I don't think it would. I can't imagine myself ever going on a girls' trip, like a girls' date night. Maybe a girls' weekend away or something, but a 4 or 5 day girls' trip outside of the country, away from my husband and my child, that simply just does not sound appetizing to me at all. Like, I'm good with a date night. Nobody takes as good care of me as my husband does. I am not comfortable with anyone the way I'm comfortable with my husband. And I want to be with my husband and child. I don't want to sleep in a bed that is not with him and with my kid. Like, I don't know, maybe I need more time in marriage or something, but going on a girls trip while married and having my own family, it doesn't sound fun to me. It actually sounds a little miserable.
Mm.
Okay, Lovey. So,
Bars.
what are your what are your
I
thoughts?
agree. I agree with the sister. She forgot to clock that at the end. She should have clocked all of them with that one. I agree with her. Everything she said. That
So
should
when
be her. That should be what she's thinking about. Like, why should she want to sleep in the bed without her husband? Why should she want to do that?
yeah,
You ain't gonna get no rebuttal from me.
what was your thoughts when I was ready to leave you for a girl trip?
Mm, maybe she ain't the one. That's the only time I ever.
We
That's
were
the only.
no,
The
we were
only time
arguing.
I ever felt that about
We
you,
were
sis.
married for some time, y'all. This is only a couple years ago, so he was thinking I wasn't the one.
No, it was like we was married like that. Maybe we was married
That was
maybe
like 2021.
4 years. Was it that late?
Yes, it was after COVID.
No, I thought it was before COVID.
No.
All right, well, whenever it was, it don't matter. It, I definitely felt a way about it, like and I more so didn't like the fact that I felt like you wasn't understanding what I was saying. Like you kept on making it about something that I wasn't talking about.
Because I felt like it was accusatory of like infidelity or cheating or like focus on that, like you're going to do something or someone's going to make you do something, and I'm just like, no one can make me do anything. Like I'm no one. I don't drink. I'm not going to just go out there and just one day wake up like, oh, I want to. I felt like I was being, I feel like you didn't trust me to make my own decision, and knowing that I am not easily influenced to just do something, or like I'm pretty scary. So if I would have been somewhere that's like, y'all want to go with these strange men, I would have been like, I'm not going, y'all, because I don't know these people, right?
Yeah,
So
but then
that's
you would
where
have been left somewhere by yourself, though.
I get it. I get that from that. So I would just went back to the room or something. But I do understand from this standpoint now. But I felt like it was like a not trusting my judgment, and just thinking I was going to do something that I would never do.
Well, but in a way, it's like you can say it's not trusting your judgment, but I know that you don't really know these people enough to judge. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just going off what you think you know, but we don't know them. You can't really speak for what they're gonna do or not gonna do or what tip they're on. You don't know how they act when they drunk. None of that. Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? So that's all the things that's gonna go through my head as a husband. And I'm like, nah, I don't like it. I don't even know these motherfuckers like that. So I can't pinpoint it myself. So it's just like I'm just putting it in their hands. No way.
Yeah. No, I definitely, it was definitely pretty rough. There was, I think I was very much, I thought that that's what I needed. I thought that it was like something that, every woman should do. And like I said, you see women who are in relationships and women who are married and they are going on their girls trips and things like that. So you feel like, I want to do that, or I want to, like I want to be able to have that. So I think we do really think we're missing out on something when it comes to girls trips. And like I said, I know many men have their opinions, and now that I see and now I understand more about, and I'm not saying like please make sure no one thinks that we're saying that girls trips are universal, everything is a one way thing. You're most of them are going out and doing this or doing that. No, it's not even what we're saying. But I do understand that women have convinced other women that if you are with a guy who doesn't want you to go on girls trips, if you with a guy who's trying to stop you, then that guy is controlling, or so we kind of like, or trying to stop you from living your best life. I think we have a very twisted of as to how we view girls trips. And I will say that we do see a
But
lot
is
of,
your best life on a girls trip?
I was
Or
going to say that for some people, it's like I said, living your best life or having your own life. We've tried to create this division. Like, yeah, you're a wife, but you still should have your own life. Like you said, what is my own? This is my life. I don't have my own life. Like, like, but there is this culture of around that, like having your own life and having
yeah,
your own
having a
identity.
separate life.
Yeah, and it's like, what does that even mean? What does that
And
even
what
look?
is it for? Like, when you have a family, you got enough responsibilities. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying? Uh, so I don't know why you need a separate life just to. I don't know. That's just an ego thing, I guess. That's another thing that females came up with over time and just kind of stuck. So I mean, and I know what they mean by it, but
mm-hmm,
I think whatever you doing is all a part of that one life. You know what I mean? If you try when you start trying to separate to have a separate life, I don't really know. I don't really know how that work out.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, as I said, a lot of men have their opinions on it, and I'm going to share this as well.
When you think about going on a trip without me, it's over. You're gonna come home and I'm not gonna be there.
Now, what if they asked you if they could go?
I'm gonna be emotionally calm and I'm gonna say absolutely not.
God
That's all I'm gonna say.
damn.
Well,
Tell
my
you what,
husband wasn't
give us
emotionally
something calm.
calm. He wasn't emotionally calm, y'all. He just wasn't. It was,
Don't
but I
say
will
that.
say,
Don't say
I will,
that.
I will say though, I remember from how I remember. I will say where my part again, just me. I think I mentioned it to you, and like I don't think it was like I told you I'm going. I'm going to go to such and such, and I think I don't remember you saying like no up front, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna book my trip, and then book the flight and pay for the thing, and then I think once I said, don't forget, Lovey, I'm gonna go, in 2 weeks or so, I'm leaving to go to Puerto Rico, and then that's when they came out like like again, I can take an accountability that I ran it past you from what I thought I did, um, and then I just took it and ran with it, and then that became a thing where when I'm bringing it up now is I'm like, what are you talking about? I've been told you about this. Obviously we should have much more in-depth conversations in relationships. We should not. um
Yeah, I don't remember the run by.
yeah, I think I did run it by you. I did. I would have never just booked it without mentioning it. I know I would like I was very much ready to risk it all, but I would not have just booked the whole flight, everything without at least telling you. Because we got kids. So I would not just be like, all right, I'm about to just leave and dip out. I'm leaving. I would not do that. But I did run it by you.
I
So I
must have
think
had my
that
head down.
I think that from that point, when I say emotionally calm in that moment, I think it was very much like it was like, and again I think also about how we bring information. I think if you're coming like I'm going to go here, I'm doing this, and I think women don't like this conversation around permission or asking, can I go places or can I do? It's more like, do you mind? Like, do you have a problem with this? Versus like, I need your permission to go. Well, I guess it is. I guess it is from. I don't know. I don't know what's the right terminology, but I know women don't like the word getting permission from your husband because you're a grown woman. But what would you say would be?
Well, I mean, when a woman chooses to get in a relationship with a man, you're giving that man that control. You're giving them the lead. So I don't understand why women do that and then don't want to trust that man. Like that's who you wanted to be with. You seen, how he's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Let him do it. I mean, if he's saying it, if he has a legitimate reason, if he can give you a legitimate reason why he feels though something ain't good for you. So and sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes we don't want to tell you the reason because we don't want to just be that blunt and hurt your feelings. So we'll just say nah, like well, whatever.
That's what we be needing. But sometimes I feel like in that moment I needed you to give me like you weren't saying why. I'm like, but why? And like, when I'm not gonna do nothing wrong. And like, well, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, it just was very very vague. That is like, I don't. You like feel like you're being very unreasonable. It's like how it felt in that moment. That I think, like you said, maybe it's from a place I don't want to hurt your feelings or I'm just trying to protect you. I don't need to go into detail, but sometimes we do need to be able to communicate and elaborate what we're saying to each other so that way it's better received.
And yeah, but what I was saying though, if a person is saying that they trying to protect you or they don't feel as though something is good for you, or if you believe that that person have your best interest at heart, why would you think that they would say that? Do you think they just make it up for that situation? Do you think they would just like
Sometimes y'all men be just y'all just be saying no. Like sometimes y'all just be say you just be saying no.
I mean, sometimes that's just
Like
the
so it
thing,
don't.
though.
We're not gonna say it's
It's
always
not
about
always going to come with an
protection.
explanation. Sometimes it might just be no.
But I'm saying it don't always. I don't think it's always about protection. It just be like y'all just be wanting to just say no. Why?
Wives, and now I'm going to talk about wives. Wives who I don't want to word this wrong. Wives who do that fulfill their duties, they rarely get told no. You know what I mean? So the no's that come, they got to be able to accept them. It's just a no. It's okay. You know that joint coming back again, probably for the next however long. However many yeses is in between the no's, we probably can't count them. So if you look at it that way, maybe you'll be able to accept it a little bit better.
I guess. I guess maybe. I don't know. I think
Best
it.
tell them. Best tell them.
He tells me no a lot all the time, y'all. Say no.
Liar.
No, but I do think that it's I get that. I just think sometimes it's like also I think too when you are I'll speak for myself when it comes like if you are a woman who doesn't ask for much and you don't even you don't get a lot of yeses because you don't ask for much, right? It's like when I do ask for something like I will hope you can say yes to this. So I think it's from that angle too. Of like for you, it's like, well, if you never tell you no, but it's like, well, I don't really ask for anything to even have to like. I ran down my yeses, so I gotta chill now. So I think it's like again, I think it's important. I think ultimately what this conversation is for us as women specifically to realize that what you think you're missing out on, you're not. Like for me, I know for sure at this point in my life, I don't want to go on a girls trip. I think I told my husband this. I went away for my mom's birthday a couple years ago. I think it was right after that where I was supposed to go. Maybe I was like 2022 ish, probably maybe. We went for my mom's birthday, my sister and I, and her friend. And then my friend ended up like being down there, and I remember telling my husband like, I do not like, I don't want to come home. Like I don't, and it wasn't about because it was just location. It wasn't for me. And we went back together and we had a great time because it's like I don't want to be walking up and down the street at 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't want to do that. Right. But if for the sake of like my mom enjoyed it, whatever. But I know that this is like if I'm gonna do this with my mom, my sister, everybody, I need my husband to come too. I need it to be where I can also still have a break from like that, because like you said, you're either going to be by yourself or you're going to just be tagging along, you know. And I think that that's something that I realized, like, yeah, I want to go and just be with my husband or my kids, and I'm okay with that. And I think sometimes people make you feel like, oh, you're boring, or you're, you know, all you're about is your husband and your kids, and it's like, well, what's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong with being about just my husband and my kids? And I'm not saying I don't care about anybody else, but for me, I don't. What do I need to go on a girls trip for that I can't do with my husband,
Yeah,
or if I'm in a
that's the
family?
part that's crazy for me. Like, don't shame the girls that want to be about their husbands or want to be about their families. Like, because to me, like I said, the girls trip thing ain't me. It ain't really nothing wrong with it. I just don't think it's for the people who have husbands and had families.
Yeah. Well, thank God,
Cause we
y'all.
can all go.
Huh? We gonna go.
I said,
I
cause we
just,
can all go. We can go
yeah,
together.
yeah. And I think too, a lot of time we do see a lot of people who are in relationships and don't go on growth, like they don't take their partners for whatever reason, which I think that makes men more suspicious. Like, why y'all all want to just ditch us and leave us at home and go away with your friends and you got a man? So I can understand that. Well, thankfully, y'all, I learned. I was able to realize pretty quickly our disagreement was pretty intense, but it didn't last. I think we were able to come from like an all day of back and forth. I think by the end of the day, we were both able to hear it. I think it's again giving more. I think for me, I'm just someone who I just need context to at least at that time to understand what's being said and to feel like it's not just to change. Like, I need you to change what I'm thinking, which I was thinking about it being about infidelity or not trusting me. I needed to hear something that's going to be like, okay, I understand it, versus like, no. And it's like, I'm not getting the reason. I don't understand the side of things. Um, and I think again, like when you're programmed or you're falling victim to what society is saying, and you're seeing it on social media, and everybody's packing their bags on their girls trips and all, like you feel like I want to do that. Like I
Hmm.
want to have that, you know, or having a big girl friend group and all of those things. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I think, you know, at this point in my life, I realize quality over quantity is much more my thing, of having quality friendships versus having 10, 15, 20 just to say I have 20 friends. Because I don't really need just this one friend I have right here. So, any words for the men who are dating or attempting to get married when it comes to this conversation?
I would say definitely they should have that conversation. Make sure y'all know how each other feel about it. Guys that you know you're not gonna be cool with it. Make sure that girl know that. You know what I mean? So that when it comes up, it's already like established. Y'all maybe can have a plan for it or whatever. For the guys who don't care,
Hmm.
y'all should be good. You know what I mean? The girls who want to go and be in a relationship and what they call it again? Um, multi what?
Multi-dimensional.
Yeah, the
Multi-dimensional.
multi-dimensional girls. You just gotta find one of those guys.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, there you go. Ladies, don't get programmed. If you want to just be with your man, don't let anybody make you feel bad, or nobody make you feel like you're boring, whatever. You're pick me, be whatever you need to be to make sure that your home is good no matter what. Do not risk anything.
Marriage is a ball. I promise y'all. Don't
Yeah,
listen to them.
yeah, we have a good time. Got to be able to have fun with your partner. That's why it's important to pick a partner that you can have a good time with, and you enjoy being around, and you enjoy having a good time together. That makes it easier to want to do these things together versus separate, you know? Because I think you'll see people who go on couples trips, they always are on couple trips, which is fine. But they, when they go away by themselves, they don't have a good time because they don't spend much time together, like just the two of them. Like the couples trip is still a lot of mingling and we're having a good time, but we don't really have a good time by ourselves, which I think is something that
Intimately.
intimate setting. Yeah. So spend that time with each other, and make sure that your home is good always, 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 always. So let us know in the comments though what you guys think. What are your views on on girls trips from a woman's perspective, man perspective? Let us know what you think. Like the video, of course, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the 50 house soon. Bye.
I'm waiting.